the other game I wanted to talk about, it's not Nintendo related, but Crypt the NecroDancer is... I reviewed that game last week. I think by the time it went up, you guys have probably already reported the last episode.
Can we mention it?
I think we maybe.
Might have.
I don't know.
You might have. I don't know. I haven't. I don't. This is gonna sound really egotistical. I try not to watch things that I'm not in because. Okay, it's more of a matter of I'm really self-conscious about screwing up audio quality for everyone, that
Right.
I listen to myself in other people's content to make sure that I can make their content not as a nuisance to edit.
I got you. So you want to make it easy and make your I get what you're saying.
Yes,
sure
because I
it
hate
works.
editing my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I hate listening to myself. Ugh.
I feel your pain.
I'm like that, but that makes me not watch Nintendo Unleashed because I hate hearing myself talk.
Yep.
It's
I'm with you there.
like the only reason I sometimes watch episodes is because I forget that I make a really good joke, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I like that joke you made earlier." It's like, what
Yeah.
one? It's like the one time I remember getting a comment about that is when I was talking about the multiplayer co-op for Octodad. And I was like, I don't remember making that joke. Can you give me the time code? But anyways, Crypt the NecroDancer. Sorry,
good, yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
it's fine.
yeah. Crypt the NecroDancer is amazing. When it was a stress ball because I wanted to get the review done when the game came out, but the developers had this really strange kind of held back transparency where I wanted to ask them a question about the soundtracks because they made an announcement that there would be 2 new soundtracks added to Crypt the NecroDancer, and they didn't really specify if they would be coming free with the game.
Uh-huh.
And they had a DLC page up for the soundtracks. So I was really concerned about having to buy the soundtracks to put into my game.
Yeah.
And so I woke up the moment that the game released, and I was like, okay, I gotta play, I gotta find out. And I edited the review 3 times because the first time I was like, okay, well, you have to put the soundtrack in through the custom music bar and the soundtracks are DLC. And then the second time I was like, okay, apparently the songs are just in the game and I can't quite find them. And the third update was like, okay, just go to your options and it's in the change soundtrack.
God.
And let me just say, when you've been playing a game since it went into alpha on Steam, so for about a year, it was in alpha and then went to beta release, that sort of thing. When you've played a game for so long, hearing the same music, no offense to Danny Baranowski, you make incredible music. Like, I can never get tired of listening to Baranowski's music. And Danny Baranowski composed the entire soundtrack for Crypt the NecroDancer. He did work for, he's most well known for Super Meat Boy.
Oh, very good.
And Binding of Isaac, Team Needs games, basically. And he did the entire soundtrack for Crypt the NecroDancer. You can listen to all of his tracks on YouTube. You can find, Zone 3-3 Hot. That's a really good one. I really like. But, it's a breath of fresh air when you can listen to a jazz EDM remix.
Oh.
And it's amazing. And then you can be like, okay, so today I want to play through this entire game using the metal cover of every single song instead of what you have. It's like having 3 soundtracks is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like you have the Danny Baranowski style, you have the entire EDM dubstep heavy set stuff, and then you have metal stuff. And then they recently released an update where you just make it so every track is randomly picked. So
From the 3?
Yeah, from the 3 soundtracks. and you can choose what soundtrack you want to use for every single character. And there's 10 characters, so it's like I want to play the melody mixes with Melody, and the Aria's Ascent mix with Aria, and just the standard soundtrack with Cadence. That's the default. But if you want, you can make every single character play with melody mixes, and that it makes the game so much more fun because the game is hard. It's super hard. It's super punishing because you have to maintain a rhythm, and since it's a turn-based real-time game, which is an oxymoron, it's a turn-based game where you have to move to the rhythm of music.
Hmm.
So in order for you to move, you need to keep rhythm, but you also need to strategize your movement to music. So if you make a mistake, it's really difficult and really punishing in that way. And it's super rewarding when you can get through a zone, because when you die, you have to start the entire zone over. Or in one instance, if you choose all zones mode, where you play through every single zone in one go, if you die, you start over from the beginning. So it's that kind of roguelike kind of style, but the game is just incredible fun. It's probably my, if we go with categories for our game of the year this year, this would probably be my indie game of the year, just because it's just such a good game. Like it's the game, I said this in the review, it's the game I just can't shut up about.
It sounds like a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good fun.
Awesome.
I think that's all I can talk about.
That's fine. So
We've been on the what we're playing thing for like 30 minutes now, I think.
seems like it.
17.
Okay,
Oops.
not terrible. No, don't worry about it.